motorcycle going by right when I decided to make a video. Also, I've been having random allergy attacks throughout the day, so I'm sorry if my voice sounds kinda nasally, and I'm sorry if my eyes just start watering spontaneously. Either that will be due to allergies, or it will be due to the fact that final exams are finally over. Everybody loves that feeling of when your final exams are finally over. For me, it went a little bit something like this. Well, that's how I felt anyway. It didn't actually go like that. Or did it? Plus, I'm not really sure why I used the Street Fighter ending theme. I'm not really much of a gamer. Again, with the motorcycle. Now, while I am done with my final exams, I know that there's still a lot of people out there who are not. And oftentimes, doing final exams involves writing research papers. Now, for those of you who have to do research papers, I feel your pain. And one thing that can make or break the grade on your research paper is where you get your information. I mean, there's a lot of stuff you need to take into account when you get your information. Is it true? Is it misleading? Whether this is true or not, am I getting it from a credible source? And in this video, I'd like to address a topic that is basically a really huge one when it comes to writing research papers. Even though so many teachers tell you what their stance on this is anyway, there's always that one person in class who has to ask this question. Yeah, can we use Wikipedia as one of our sources, man? And no matter what kind of school you go to, you've probably heard this answer or something like this answer from at least one of your teachers in the past.
Are you crazy, young man? You can't use Wikipedia! Wikipedia is an evil site filled with erroneous information because people can edit it any way in which they please. Never, ever, ever use Wikipedia when you're doing research. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to go take my daily dose of Metamucil.
Damn, doing that voice can hurt sometimes. Now, if you've ever been inside of a school, like any type of school, since the start of Wikipedia, you've most likely heard an answer like that. Maybe not as obnoxiously said, but something along those lines. Before any of you go into your research papers and start writing them thinking that Wikipedia is the devil, I'd like to tell you that it's anything but. At least it's not as bad as people say it is when it comes to actually researching stuff. First, I'd like to start with a little story of something that happened to a friend of mine in high school. In my freshman year of high school, I had a computer applications class with a friend of mine who had a very unusual last name. And this friend of mine was from Elwood, Illinois. Now somehow, this friend of mine and I got the idea to actually go to the Wikipedia page for Elwood, Illinois. We were shocked to find out that it actually had a page for Elwood, Illinois. Now this friend of mine actually got the fantastically brilliant idea of going to the demographics section of the Wikipedia page for Elwood, Illinois. And what he did was, he decided to write right in the middle of the paragraph of that section, insert friend's name here, is a totally cool dude who lives in Elwood. Not only that, but he changed the average income for a resident of Elwood, Illinois to 42 cents. And there was also a section of the Wikipedia page for Elwood, Illinois that had a little article on Bill Tuttle, a guy who was Major League Baseball player, who happened to be born and raised in Elwood. And he changed his name to Bill Turtle. Now, considering absolutely no one ever has the idea to say, hey, let's look up the Wikipedia page for Elwood, Illinois and see what comes up, except for us. Considering no one ever looks at this page, you would think that it would take forever for anybody to notice that anything was wrong with it, right?
Wrong!
The very next day, my friend got a message sent to his Gmail account saying that this was his first strike, and that if he ever did anything like this again, he would end up not being able to edit anything on Wikipedia ever again. They changed all of the information that he put in to what was there before. So they basically corrected the page to like nothing ever happened. And this was all done within one day, on a page that no one ever visits. Except I should mention that they forgot to change Bill Turtle back to Bill Tuttle for like a year. Moral of the story, if you put something that's blatantly untrue on a Wikipedia page, they're going to find it, and they're going to tell you not to do it again, and they're going to fix it before anybody else reads it. Now, does this mean that you should actually cite Wikipedia as a source in your research paper? Heck no! You do not want to put Wikipedia as a source in your research paper. Where Wikipedia comes into play here is, if you don't really have any ideas on what you want to do with your topic, look at some Wikipedia articles on your topic and see if you can find something that stems from that. Also, if you are completely confused about something in your topic, you can go on the Wikipedia page for that topic and then try and read some of it so you can understand it a little better. For example, a lot of research papers are written on Shakespearean plays, and pretty much every Shakespearean play has a Wikipedia page. And each of those Wikipedia pages for those Shakespearean plays pretty much gives a very good synopsis of what goes on in those plays. So if there's a passage that you really don't understand in a play or a literary work, you can go to the Wikipedia page for that work and get a pretty layman's terms interpretation of it. Now once you get some information from Wikipedia on what you want to do, or if you actually get this interpretation from Wikipedia, then try and find that on another legit site. Research the scholarly articles. Those are the ones that people want to look for. Also, they seem to stress that you shouldn't use Wikipedia more than they stress that you shouldn't use biased sites. You're more likely to find unbiased information on Wikipedia than you are to find on a very biased site. So, in short, in a way, you should be able to use Wikipedia for your research paper. You should never actually cite Wikipedia as a source in your research paper. However, you can use Wikipedia to find information that you might not have found before if you were going to do, like, just general research not using Wikipedia. And once you find that information on Wikipedia, see if you can find it in other scholarly articles that actually support what Wikipedia says. So anyway guys, I just thought I'd give my perspective on this whole is Wikipedia horrible for research papers ordeal that's been going on so long. And if any of you are writing research papers out there, I hope this helps you answer that question. Well guys, that's pretty much all I wanted to say. Scoobert YTP, out. And for all of you who are still taking your finals or have yet to take your finals, good luck.